Have you ever bought a foundation just to realize that it's just not working for you? Well, today we're going to be going through the steps that you should be using when testing a foundation before you buy. I'm Megan Brown, a professional makeup artist in Southern California, and I'm passionate about demystifying makeup and beauty for all you makeup users that want to amplify your unique features while looking natural in a minimal amount of time. So if you're ready to be your own makeup pro, be sure to subscribe and check out my Hack Your Makeup free video series linked in the description below. Finding the right foundation can be tricky, and just when you find one that you think is gonna work, you get home, you apply it, just to be disappointed. In this video, you're gonna learn my step-by-step process so you understand what you should be looking for when testing a foundation. If you haven't already watched my How to Choose a Foundation or How to Go into Sephora and Get Samples, go ahead and watch these videos first, as they will help you significantly at this stage. All right, let's dive in. Part 1, setting yourself up for success. When testing your foundation, I want you to think of it like a science experiment. Your foundation should be the only variable changed within the routine you already have established. If you're testing more than one product and something isn't working, it's going to be really hard to pinpoint which product is the one causing the issue. This means do the same skincare routine, whether that's 7 products or nothing. Whatever you have already established, stick to that for now. Apply your foundation around the same time each day and try to wear it as long as possible before washing your face. Part 2, lighting. Lighting is key. You have to be able to see properly in order to test your foundation. This is what you're gonna look for in order to find the best lighting. And by the way, this is true for selfies too. The best place for lighting is natural light. Always have light coming from in front of you. The best place for applying makeup is using natural light. If you can move your makeup spot into a place with better lighting, this is already going to help you significantly. One of my favorite places is to do makeup in front of a window or using lighting that's again coming from in front of me. It's best to avoid bathroom lighting or any lighting that has lighting from above or below, as this will cast bad shadows and actually really just throw you off with trying to pay attention to how the foundation is working. Part 2, create your plan. You can go about testing your foundation in a couple of different ways. One, you can use one foundation on one side and another foundation on the other to have that side-by-side comparison, or you can test one foundation each day and keep track of your results. I personally prefer to first start off with testing one foundation on this side and another foundation on the other in order to see the differences of what I prefer and what I like. And then once I've narrowed down between the two, I will then use the foundation that I prefer the next day on my full complexion to really test it out as the last step. Part 3, apply foundation. Now it's time for you to apply your foundation, and it's important for you to stay consistent with your application. What I mean by that is whether you use your fingertips, a foundation brush, or a beauty blender, stick to that application for now. Real quick before we move on, I want to know, have you actually ever tested a foundation properly before buying? If not, let me know, and if so, I still want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, what was that process and did it work for you? Part 4, observe. Although your initial application is important to see how it's laying on the skin, continue to check it throughout the day to see how it's wearing and lasting. Your foundation should look like a second layer of skin, so take a close look at any pores or any fine lines, and if they are more noticeable or makeup is settling into them or they are enhanced or magnified, that foundation may not be for you. As you're checking your makeup throughout the day, here are a few questions that you can also ask yourself. Has my makeup separated? What does the coverage look like? How does the finish look since I set my makeup with my initial application? What has changed? These type of details are gonna really help you see whether that foundation is working for you or not. A few ways you're gonna be looking at your foundation. 1, I want you to have a mirror. You're going to look into this mirror throughout the day along with taking selfies of yourself so you can go back and look and see how everything looked. I want you to be checking your foundation after your initial application, 2 to 3 hours after your initial application, and at the end of the day. You're gonna wanna do this in different lighting, so that could be indoors, in front of the window, indoors with lighting. You can go outside, be in the shade, outdoors, in the sunlight. I just want you to see your foundation on your skin in as many ways as possible in order for you to see which foundation is really working for you. Keep checking your foundation in the mirror. And there's no need to use a magnified mirror. A regular mirror will be perfect. Part 5, the decision. At this point, you should have a foundation that stands out to you. Whether it's exactly what you've been looking for or you need to find another color, you found a foundation that has the right coverage, finish, and formula. And let's be honest, that's the hardest part. Narrowing down to color will be significantly easier now that you have a foundation that you love. Now that you know the steps on how to test your foundation, go take action. You are completely capable of knowing what looks best on you. And when you're ready for your next steps, my Hack Your Makeup free video series is linked in the description below, waiting for you to dive in. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.